Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Benched, episode 9. I'm your host, Jeff, followed by my host, Nick.
What's going on, everybody? Happy, I guess, Monday evening, Tuesday afternoon.
It's free
Wednesday
agency
morning.
day, baby. Free agency day,
yeah.
baby. Free agency day. That's the only day that matters right now, okay?
Oh, man. I
So,
think
Nick,
this is like a second Christmas for Jeff right here.
it really is. It really is. I have been
Because
glued.
this also like kicks off like the combine coming up, draft, like this like really kind of
Draft April 29th.
the NFL off season in motion right here.
Today is the legit start of the NFL season. Right now, free agency, baby.
I know, and it's so weird. Like one of the big headlines coming off of like NFL free agency is Drew Brees retiring.
Yep, Drew Brees retiring. Shout out to Drew Brees. It was great watching you over the years. Definitely loved to watch you in San Diego, and then you moved to New Orleans. And I mean, man, he had one hell of a career.
That's right. I forgot about him in San Diego for that little bit of time.
Yeah, he was in that tent for those couple years. Yeah, and then he got injured.
That's right. That's right. Then New Orleans gave him a chance. What do you know?
Yep. What do you know?
Do you think? I guess we'll just start it off with a nice little hot topic argument here.
Okay.
Do you think Drew Brees, top 5 all time, top 10? Now that he's retired and all that, and I think you even told me about this. He signed like some analyst thing with CBS or NFL.
Yeah,
CBS. Okay.
That's
potential Drew Brees, Tony Romo, right?
Tony Romo,
there's a potential of that.
Please. Oh man, talk about.
Now they probably won't do that because that's too good.
Yeah, that's two good commentators that they they gotta spread the wealth around. There's some boring dudes out there.
Good playoff games, like AFC championship games, stuff like that.
I mean, I don't see him getting rid of like Al Michaels or any of those guys.
But see, I would like to see like a defensive mind instead of 2 quarterbacks.
I would. It would be nice.
Tony Romo and then another like a Ray Lewis-esque someone who really knew the game, But back to the original question. Drew Brees, in what tier does he kind of rank in your top QB of all time list? Is he like, you don't have to give me a solid number or whatever, but is he, in your top 10?
I would put him top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Yeah,
wow.
Quarterbacks of all time.
You're putting Drew Brees top 5 all time?
Quarterback of all time, top 5.
Well, now I have to call you out.
I
have to call. Okay, well then, where do you place him? I mean, if you put him in top 5, does he make top 3 then for you?
Right now, Tom Brady's number 1 quarterback of all time. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's no one right now that can even hold a candle in a fully closed room with no air.
After this last season,
exactly.
Bay, what he did in Tampa Bay.
So Brady won. I mean, I'm excluding like Super Bowls, because you got Breeze. I think only has 1 Super Bowl win, but a multitude of playoff appearances. I mean, he has over 80,000 pass yards.
Okay, you're throwing the stats at me, but does he make your top 3? Because you told me he's top 5, but does he make your top 3?
I would have to put him. If he doesn't make
your top 3, then where do you put him?
I would probably have to put him. Truthfully, I would have to put him at 3.
Okay, so 3. Brady's your 1.
Brady's my 1.
Who's your number 2 quarterback of all time?
I can't tell you that. We're not talking about that right now.
Tell me that.
I can't tell you that right now.
I threw out the bait. You took it, hook, line, sinker, and I'm reeling you in right now for this. So who's your number 2?
Breeze is 3.
We will move on after you give me your number 2.
See, it's a toss-up because
there is no toss-up. You got Tom Brady 1.
It's a toss-up.
Who's it 2? Because Breeze is number 3.
Breeze is number 3. I mean,
so you got a lot of quarterbacks to put in that.
Listen,
in my
era, right? I'm talking about games like.
That wasn't the question, but just
okay.
Go ahead.
But I'm going. Okay,
after
so Manning would be my number 2. Manning would be my number 2.
You know what? Who are you scared of? What do you mean? Own your fucking opinion.
I'm owning it. I'm just saying because at the end of the day, people are gonna throw out like Star and Staubach and all those guys. It's like
okay.
I mean,
then let them.
I mean,
okay,
But yeah, so Brady
right or wrong
Brady
answer.
1, Manning 2, Breeze 3.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, I completely disagree with that, except for number 1. I mean, Brady is, I don't think anyone else can argue. But okay, so you have Breeze number 3. So wow, okay, so I don't have Breeze in my top 5. I have Breeze probably in my top 10. He's probably down there around like 8 or 9.
Okay.
7, 8, 9, somewhere around there.
Who do you have as your top 3 then?
My top 3. Probably Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Johnny Unitas.
Okay.
Then probably Joe Montana. Those are probably my top 3.
Okay.
My top 3.
I can see that.
Those are
that's what I was saying.
Top 3.
My thing though was
in like when I think of these top whatever, who would you? I always put myself in. If I had the ball 2 minutes left, I had the score.
Okay.
Who do I want? That's like the that's how I always view the question.
And the same thing with me, and that's why I was saying I had a hard time. Like Breeze is my 3, but he could move 4. Montana would take over that spot at 3.
No, again, like what you also pointed out too. It's like, do I think if you plug Johnny Unitas as he was, in his heyday into a 2021 NFL offense, would he be that successful? Odds are probably not.
Yeah.
And I mean, now if you take like a Lamar Jackson and plug him back into like a Johnny, I mean, he would fucking break. He would. I mean, people would probably burn him at the stake because they would think he'd be doing some witchcraft out there on that field or whatever. So
that he was possessed.
Yeah, that he was possessed by something. But yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm sad to see Breeze go. I wish he would have gone out on a better, like a better run, better ride, so to say. It was Brady's year. I hope Brady doesn't stick around too long. I'm not saying Breeze did. I think Breeze got out at the perfect time. I think one more year would have been kind of like what we're about to watch with Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Hanging on for one last
hurrah.
You don't need the money. As far as I know, I mean, unless you got some type of shit going on behind the scenes, that's not public yet. But I feel like you're just putting unwanted wear and tear on your body. Your team isn't like a Super Bowl caliber team to where Pittsburgh can realistically. It's not like what.
And mind you, I mean, is Juju coming back?
No, he's not going to be coming back.
I mean, I don't even think they're going to get Juju. I don't think they're going to get Connor back. He lost his center. That's like a whole new offensive.
I think they're all going this year. They're going to lose everybody. Ben's going to be there this year. Maybe that's it. After this year, he'll be done.
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh's going to be the new like Cincinnati Bengals of the AFC North. Joe Burrow is probably going to come up with the Bengals. Him and Baker will, scrap for second place while, Ravens obviously reign supreme in the division like always. Probably just have another, 12-4, 11-5 season.
Mm-hmm.
Make it to the playoffs.
Just to miss the Super Bowl again.
That's right. Hey, Jeff, at the end of the day, there's going to be one team to win it. At least my team tastes the playoffs and tastes playoff victories. But we'll go in. I mean, speaking of playoff victories, your boy Dak just got paid, brother.
Bro,
your boy Dak just got paid.
Big boy money. Boy money.
Now, you know what they say with those big time contracts, Jeff?
I mean,
they
truthfully,
expect big time results, dude.
As a Cowboy fan, let me break something down real quick. As a Cowboy fan, everyone we have signed to a big contract in the last, let's just say 2 years, 3 years, I haven't seen them earn that contract, right? Zeke failed last year. Could have been the offensive line. Don't know. Cooper definitely struggled.
Cooper was okay.
Yeah,
mind you, he was throwing him the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cooper took a little bit of hit due to circumstances. I mean,
he still could have stepped his game up a little bit more. But still, I'm sure it's frustrating.
Who else? I mean,
who was a
DeMarcus Lawrence? DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, I think it was like 7 games before he even got his first sack. It's But Dak signed the big boy contract, 4-year, $160 million, 126 of that guaranteed, averages out to about $40 million a year, and he ended up getting a no trade clause, no tag clause. in that contract too. So I mean, he basically got everything he wanted.
Yeah, I mean, because what was the big holdoff in the contract negotiations?
He wanted,
as far as you heard,
Cowboys.
Right?
Yeah, Cowboys wanted 5 years. He wanted 4. He wanted to be able to go in for another contract negotiation before he retires. You know.
Yeah.
So, and of course, he wanted the money.
But I mean, I was reading some crazy thing that Tony Romo made like 120 million in his like entire like 10 or 12 years with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And Dak's making that just in this contract.
Yeah.
Not even what he's already made.
But I mean, to be fair, times have changed though. You know, every year price tags go up on players. I mean, at this rate, when's Lamar Jackson's contract up?
The difference with Lamar Jackson and Dak Prescott, though, is Lamar Jackson is like one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL at the moment.
Oh my God.
At the moment, you got probably
penalty on the field, throwing the flag now.
What do you mean? You got Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Those are your top 3 right there. Those are your top 3.
I'm looking for the hidden cameras. I'm looking for the hidden cameras right now.
I mean, listen, take all bias out of it, which like I truly am, right? And put yourself in, like I said, in like that 2 minutes left in the game, you're driving down the field.
I'm not putting Lamar Jackson in.
No, I never said Lamar was the first. I'm saying he's one of the top 3 quarterbacks.
I'm not putting him at 3 either. If I took the two best, if I took Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, yeah,
those 2. Okay. Well, then who would be your third that you're putting in and drive down the field to score? You know,
I don't know about Lamar Jackson. That's for sure,
dude. I would keep the ball in his hands.
Truthfully, Watson. Yeah. I would put Watson out there. You're talking about being better than Rodgers. The comeback king, the 2-minute warning.
Rodgers is a little past his prime now, man. Though
the 2-minute dawn, you can't say a little bit past his. Come on,
season, dude. When it comes to the playoffs, dude, all he does is just choke NFC Championship games. I mean, granted, you can take me there, but Tommy, but Aaron, you need to be able to walk through those gates, man. Just going up to the door and knocking, that's only part of it.
Yeah, I mean, Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
Russell?
Wilson's too disgruntled. He's going to be too worried about not getting hit. Lamar's going to just juke anybody out on the way. And I don't know. There's an argument to be made there is the point. But, I'm not saying Lamar has earned, but I would give Lamar a Dak level contract right now before I would giving an injured Dak Prescott.
Well, here's my thing. Back to what I was saying, though. Back to what I was saying is Lamar Jackson wins his contract up. The price goes up every year. The price goes okay. So we could be looking at right now. We could be looking at Lamar Jackson wanting over 200 million.
Yeah.
45 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
With 130 of that, 140 of that guaranteed.
Potentially, yeah. And do I think the Ravens are absolute mind-blowing idiots for doing that? Yes. But like you pointed out, that's the going price of the NFL quarterback right now.
It is.
But and the other thing is, though, if Dak continues to perform like he does and he continues to get better every year, which he has been doing, then I don't really see a problem with him getting. I think anybody I think Tom Brady getting paid. Anybody except Tom Brady getting paid that is fucking asinine. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's just a stupid. Especially where you do have a salary cap in the NFL and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's eventually going to come a point to where you're going to reach a hard cap to where it's going to be like one thing needs to budge with the other. Either they need to allow more room in the salary cap to make these big contracts happen, or
the crappy thing is they lost salary cap.
Yeah,
it went down from what it was last year, right?
Yeah.
And with saying that is now Dak signs this big this big contract. How much money do we have left now to sign some free agents to better the squad? Our defense is horrendous.
And that's we're not
going to be able to go out and get any of those big defensive players now. And then
because this isn't like
you also got to
Go ahead.
remember that available cap, not only for free agency, but you have to save some of that for your draft picks. That is in the next month.
Yep.
You know, and you're still paying. The Cowboys have a top 10 draft pick. That's still, you know, gonna be close to 10 million a year on that contract.
Because this isn't like the NBA where you can have like 3 or 4 big stars, have 3 or 4
Yeah.
big contracts out there, and just let them carry you throughout the
And-
season. Like, no, you need
Yeah,
to
mind you,
evenly
the
spread that
Cowboys.
money out.
Mind you, the Cowboys have almost 4 players that have over $100 million contracts.
And
Lawrence,
those 4 players literally need to take you to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's literally
yeah.
what needs to happen.
you
which
spend
is-
all
which
that
is
money on
just-
4 players,
Yeah.
they better be able to take over a game.
And
So-
that's the thing though. Dak better not, you know, he better like, you know, getting pressured, I feel like, because
I mean, we still have our offensive line still intact a bit. I mean, you know,
okay.
I mean,
You know,
hopefully
it's a
they
lot
can stay
harder-
healthy.
It's a lot harder to block for the guy that's making literally like what you make in a year, like per game.
It's
That
different.
starts to kind
It's
of
different.
That starts to kind of wear on you midway through the season.
Listen,
dude.
Tyron Smith is not hurting for money. Zach Martin not hurting
That's
for money.
true. That's
Lael
true.
Collins not hurting for money.
But not hurting for money when, you know, literally, like I said, the guy that, you know, is
nah.
not completing passes, you know,
But-
throwing incomplete passes, crybabying about
He
your
wasn't.
blocking and all that.
Shut the fuck. He wasn't.
Dude, I'm just saying.
This
man,
dude
Dak's
was
gonna come out
beasting
as a
it,
little prima donna.
bro. Nah.
He's
Nah.
gonna start coming in wearing his feather boas and his
Hell no. Hell no. He's taking that
Cam Newton.
He's taking that $126 million to the bank, and he's like, "Let's go. Let's get this practice going." Okay. There's a reason. Listen, there's a reason why quarterbacks and running backs gift and pay so much for the offensive linemen to be happy. All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they, you know,
When they're winning, Jeff. When they're winning.
I
When
mean,
they're
at the
winning.
end of the day, I mean, that is true. That is true.
Believe me.
But-
Everything is a lot sweeter when you're winning.
Grass is always greener when you're winning.
Because, like I said, when you're not winning, when you get reminded that that guy behind you right there, you know, that's showing up to practice late, signing autographs. Oh, he can't be there this week.
Where
He's got
has
a
Dak
fucking-
ever
he's got a
done any of
fucking-
that?
He's got a fucking State Farm commercial to do real
The
quick.
worst
to get,
thing, the worst thing
the
Dak ever
Prescott rate
did,
or whatever.
the worst thing
Hey,
Dak ever
okay,
did
look,
was he had
I'm
a
just saying,
stamp
dude.
for autographs, bro.
I'm just saying.
Like,
How much is he making a year?
Averaging about 40 mil a year.
Dude, okay, so look, they're only going to play 16 games a year because they don't make the playoffs. So 16 games a year, 40 mil. Dude, he's making a little over 2 mil a game.
Yeah,
2 mil,
I mean,
a little over 2 mil. Dude, do you hear me? 2
Dude.
mil. He's making over 2 million a game. When the kicker is the most important fucking player on that fucking team.
unless your name's Justin Tucker. Can't kick
I mean,
field goals.
even then, what do you mean? Tucker can kick field goals. He's fine. I'm not.
I'm just taking
you know
shots
what?
at you. I'm just taking shots at
You know
you.
what? And you know what? I'll easily deflect it because one bad blemish on a nearly spotless resume of, you know,
Hey, I love
10
Justin
years,
Tucker. I
8
drafted him
years.
every year in fantasy except for last year. I didn't draft him, and look what happened.
Dude, that's why I think the Ravens are going to be even more dangerous this year, man. Because they had that taste this year.
Yeah.
They fucking almost like Buffalo, to where
But-
Buffalo's gonna be wild this year, man.
But
Buffalo's
speaking of
gonna
that,
be
yeah,
dangerous.
Buffalo's gonna be nasty. Like I said this last year. Look out for Buffalo because of the year before. I'm telling you right now, look out for Buffalo this year. They're gonna be very nasty to look at. But speaking of Ravens, we're gonna jump into a little bit of free agency, and you guys lost some big name players today.
One.
Judon.
One. Judon.
That was a pretty
That's the
big
one that
hurt.
hurts.
You know,
That hurts. That hurts.
that one was a pretty
Judon,
big
like,
hit.
I mean, you know, kudos to him. Go get your money, dude. You
I
deserve
mean,
it.
yeah. I mean, you guys lost Ngakwe.
Yeah,
I mean-
he was a flub.
Yeah,
He
but
came in with a mask and gun, robbed us, and got the fuck
Yeah.
out.
But I mean, also, you guys did
We
sign.
literally brought him in to do one job though, and he did do it. It was to stop Derrick Henry and the
Yeah.
Titans, and we did shut them down. So okay,
Um,
you did your one job.
you guys did
Carry
sign
on.
Kevin Zeitler,
Mm-hmm.
guard.
Saw
Pretty good
that.
guard.
Saw that.
He's a little old. I mean, he's 31. You know, but you guys lost Mark Ingram. He's in Houston now. We saw
Yeah.
that. I mean, you guys cut him, didn't you
I
guys?
mean, yeah, we kind of knew that was coming already.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He didn't play towards the end of the season nearly as much. I think the last game he didn't even play. Last game or two he didn't even play.
But
'Cause,
what about them Patriots though? They've been dropping mad money.
dude, they just gave Belichick the checkbook.
They just said, "Here you go." Yep, exactly. Let's see.
They call him old blank check Bill over there. Just
free agency started at 4 p.m. Right? They have signed Judon, right, from the
Ravens.
From the Ravens, right?
Which I'm not surprised by.
Yeah.
Belichick loves him. I can see that relationship.
So they signed Judon, Jonnu Smith, the tight end from Tennessee, Jalen Mills, safety from Philly, Kendrick Bourne, the receiver from San Francisco, Nelson Aguilar,
Aguilar,
the big
dude. They're
outside
building a
threat
roster up there,
dude.
Man.
Billy's Gacho, the defensive tackle, and Anderson, another defensive end. I mean, they went and spent. I mean, these contracts are 80 million, 56 million, 50 million, 24 million, 22 million, 22 million. You know, those are some big numbers right there. I think the total, what they say, was like 100 and something million that they have out from being picked up from free agency. God. They did lose though Joe Thuney to Kansas City. Yeah, that is a big pickup for Kansas City. Yeah, that was a big pickup. Kansas City still needs 2 tackles. They let go of both of them.
After all, one leg Mahomes comes back and tries to play.
Yeah,
and it'll never be the same again.
But yeah, so Thuney's in Kansas City, and then the Bucks made a couple splashes. You know, Gronk stayed there. He's the 1-year man now.
The 1-year man.
The 1-year man.
He's only going to do 1-year contracts. Got a little 10-year deal.
Yep.
10 year.
10 mil for the year. Barrett re-signed $68 million for a 4-year deal. So, you know, there's been some big moves already in free agency. A lot of big names have been taken off the board.
It's 9 p.m. Eastern time right now.
Yep.
And it's only been 5 hours.
You know, I mean, it's crazy. Yet none of the big name receivers have been taken off the board. We still have Galladay out there. Juju's still out there. You know, AJ Green, I don't know if you would call him. He's a big name, but I don't know if you would consider him to be, you know.
Shaq Barrett returning to the Bucks.
Yep.
4-year, $72 million deal. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Chiefs restructuring contracts of Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes,
yep. No big shock there. The Mahomes restructure.
Yeah,
at least.
No. And I mean, at the end of the day, when they restructure the contracts, the guys are still getting paid more. They're still getting paid the money. It's just coming as incentives and things of that nature, you know?
We got to circle back because you fucking lied earlier, Jeff.
What?
The Saints, Drew Brees officially joins NBC.
NBC, that's right.
Sports
okay.
As a broadcaster.
Okay,
not
NBC.
CBS.
Sorry, NBC.
So yeah, like you mentioned, Zeitler to the Ravens. Kyle Juszczyk, 49ers. You know, it's been a lot of news already, and it's only going to get better and better. Draft coming up shortly.
Yep.
Yeah, this is going to be wild to see what these teams. I'm really excited to see what the Ravens are going to do. This should be a really good offseason for us.
I mean, you guys got.
We just need a couple of pieces. Big name receiver, please. Yeah. Someone not on their last leg of their career too, please, and just not Juju, please, not Juju either.
He's going to be a Raven, dude. Galladay maybe. I mean,
you have to. I mean, it's hard to bring a Raven. I mean, I don't know. I feel like bringing a receiver here is somewhat hard.
Yeah,
because you know you're not going to get the ball. Like you're not going to be the number one attraction here. You know, you're going to be blocking just as much as you're going to be running routes. because you got to block for Lamar.
Yeah, you got to block for Lamar's ass. I mean,
yeah. But it's one of those things. If you're willing to block for Lamar, you can fucking get some big plays out there.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, I mean,
create the rewards.
Yep. But I mean, that's pretty much all I got for
pretty much
football.
All caught up with the NFL for the most part. I think.
I mean, I left out some other names, but I mean, you know, I could do a whole episode on free agency, just what happened in the last few hours, you know. So, what else do we have this weekend?
Golf, baby.
Justin
Thomas. Justin Thomas, my boy, coming back. Yeah, it was literally heading into the final day on Sunday. This was the Players Championship, one of the no pun intended, one of the players' favorite tournaments, because it's like it's always played at TPC Sawgrass every year. It's you know, it's a tournament for the players by the players, so to say.
Right.
And coming into Sunday, we had Bryson DeChambeau and Lee Westwood tied for the lead, which was crazy because that was literally a repeat of the previous week at the Arnold Palmer at Bay Hills, Westwood and Bryson. So there was a lot of hype following that. Justin Thomas, who had an okay first and second day on Thursday and Friday, I think he shot maybe one or two under for the 2 days. He was sneaky, just kind of hanging around there. And then, holy shit, Saturday and Sunday, he put it on and shot like 12 under those 2 days, and ended up coming back and winning the tournament and cashed out like 2.7, 2.2, something like around $2.5 million he won for that tournament. So not a bad weekend of golf for good old JT.
Yeah. Everybody else looked like they had a terrible weekend, though.
Yeah, here it is. Justin Thomas won $2.7 million. Lee Westwood, he won second again, another second place. He won $1.6 million, which, I'll mind you, that's second place, $1.6 million. So let's see here, 71st, Nate Lashley. So you just had to make the cut, right? So if you were good enough on Thursday and Friday to play Saturday and Sunday, if you made the cut,
you made money.
He made $30,450 for last place.
Jeez.
On the cut. So
wow.
See, that's the crazy thing about the PGA Tour, man. Just think about that. There's like a tournament almost every week. So if you just play a couple of weeks a year and even if you get last place, you're still making 30 grand.
Yeah, shit. I think I got in the wrong profession.
Just think, you could play 4 tournaments a year and make 120 grand a year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I mean,
plus sponsors. I mean, I'm pretty sure you get sponsored too, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's how you get all the paid travel and all that stuff and everything. And if you win, you can win 2.7 mil. Yeah. But coming up next this week, the 18th through the 21st, they're at the Honda Classic,
right?
At the PGA course, PGA National Champion course down in Florida still. Sung JM is the defending champ down there. Gearing up for the Masters, baby. It's so close. April 8th. We're so close, Jeff. Sun's starting to shine around here in Maryland.
Yeah.
We're getting out and playing myself more. Daylight saving times happen, so it's staying late longer, which means I get to go out to the range after work more now.
Yeah.
Best time of the year, buddy. Best time of the year. Golf, yeah. Golf is hitting the fucking gas pedal. Oh, love it.
You seem so excited. I love it. You know,
I am, man. I'm just so ready. I'm gonna be playing so much golf this year.
Yeah,
you're gonna get sick and tired of hearing it.
Hey, I love it.
What?
Hey, dude, it little payback for what I do to you daily about football and stuff.
Yeah. What else is going on?
Baseball starts.
Yeah, I was gonna say spring training's rocking and rolling.
Right, yeah, right around the corner.
Yankees are looking good.
Are they?
Yeah, they're looking real good.
Honestly, your opinion. Honestly, your opinion right now. They're looking real good.
No, they are. They're looking real good. Pitching's looking dominant. Bullpen's looking good. Bats are starting to heat up a little bit. Yeah, they're really looking good. I mean, it's almost one of those things where it's worrisome because you're like, damn, we're playing really good really soon. I don't know if you can maintain this, but again, 162 games. You're going to have ups and downs throughout the season. You just got to be able to manage them, and those lulls, you got to be able to ride them out.
Yeah, I'm looking right here. Yankee starting rotation boasts strength in numbers heading into opening day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're looking good, dude.
I'm really excited for baseball to start. I mean, I've been watching. I'm just so ready for baseball. Like I love football, but I need that little bit of that branch from now to when the season
I just need it to
starts.
start. Like, I can casually like tune into a spring training game here and there,
Mm-hmm.
like see
Yeah.
the scores. But until it actually like means something,
Right.
it's really hard for me because I also know they're not. It's like they're playing 7 innings, 8 innings, whatever it
Right.
is.
And you got these
You know,
guys.
they're switching out pitchers all the time. Yeah,
They're going
they're just
yard almost every other
yeah.
pitch.
It's um, they're just getting loose and all that. So spring training, it's fun to watch, but I'll more or less just kind of browse through the scores and read the highlights afterwards, then sit down and watch the game.
Yeah.
Once the season starts, though, it's a whole different story.
Oh yeah. I mean, and here's when you want your guy. Like, there's a few guys sitting out due to like muscle soreness, which is understandable. They're out.
It is and it isn't.
Yeah.
You
You're one
knew
of
this
those.
day was coming. It's not like I
Yeah.
just called
I
you
was
up
about
out
to
of
say
anywhere.
you're one of those
I'm
guys
also
that.
paying you. I'm also paying you a shit ton of money to stay in shape. All right.
Yeah.
So when spring, during the off season, do whatever the fuck you want to do. But when it comes to spring training, you at least come in somewhat shape. You don't have to be in baseball, game day ready shape. That's what spring training's for. But
Yeah. Oof.
you shouldn't be coming in 15, 20 pounds overweight or,
Just watching a
now
video.
yeah, muscle soreness from stuff.
Yeah.
I can understand it. And I would rather have you, sit out a game or two and whatever, work on it than, further an injury. But, yeah, you're right, dude. I'm one of those guys. I'm paying you to,
Yeah.
do something, and I'm paying you really well to where you literally stay in shape, don't get arrested, learn the plays. That's what I'm asking you to do, and I will pay you handsomely for it. If you don't want to do it, I'll find somebody else who will. That's my attitude. I don't know why these owners put up with,
Right.
half this bullshit. Towards
Yeah.
like, do you realize the opportunity you have right now? Because if you don't, there are plenty of other people who do and would appreciate the opportunity.
Yep.
And I'm not one of those like to where it's like, oh yes, a master, I'll do it. But no, it's like, dude, you're literally getting the opportunity, like for Dak Prescott, to make $40 million a year to play 16 football games a year.
Yeah.
What's the only thing you really need to do? Just make sure you're in game day shape. Don't like get arrested and become a drug addict and all that dumb shit,
Yeah.
and just learn the plays.
100%.
That's literally all you can ask them to do. And if we win, we win, put out your best effort, you do those things. And yeah, I don't know. NBA, I'm going to start watching NBA soon too. I haven't really been tuned in the NBA. I know the Nets just have that dominant team with Blake Griffin, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden. I mean, the fact that I'm literally saying that, and that's not like just some like NBA 2K creative team shit that someone's playing.
They gotta do something to chase the Lakers. They gotta do something to chase the Lakers. You got to build a God squad, I guess, to beat LeBron.
I don't know if AD's back yet. He's been injured for a little while.
Oh no, he's out for a couple weeks with a heel. He has a heel injury. Oh
yeah, and I mean, LeBron's been putting a lot of minutes on, and LeBron isn't, 28-year-old.
I know
LeBron James anymore. I know. He's seasoned. So if they're gonna make a late playoff push,
it was good seeing Kyle Kuzma though step up.
Mm-hmm.
He played well against the Pacers the other day, and that's what they need. The Lakers literally need some of these guys to step up and do exactly what you said. Play the damn game. You're getting paid. Yeah. Play, it's like they didn't trade Kyle Kuzma back in the day, a couple years ago because they saw something in him. Now's the time where Kyle Kuzma should start showing that he's that player that they recognized, and he played really well the other day. And I was happy to see it. Now I want to see it more, but I mean,
he needs to keep it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that, I don't know. I'm looking forward just to start playing some more golf. Getting ready for the NFL. Big news coming up. Baseball season. Like, yeah, dude. March Madness. We got to touch on March Madness, man. I guess next podcast we'll talk about March Madness and all that. But everybody start getting your brackets ready because Thursday tournaments games start Thursday. games start on Thursday for the tournament. I got a bracket at work I got to do. I'll probably do it tomorrow at work. But yeah, are you doing any pools or brackets or anything?
I kind of stay away from the brackets and stuff like that, just because
you don't have to get. There's
no, but I don't.
Free ones out there.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like I see them all the time, and I dabble here and there. You don't like
having fun?
I do. Don't like don't knock me.
Do you not like having fun?
But it's like, I don't know any of the good places to do them, Like I do like the
What do you mean ESPN? Just go to ESPN. Oh, ESPN, I'll be expecting a check in the mail for this plug, by the way. ESPN has a great free bracket system, and it's free to enter, and if you win, you can win like $1 million or whatever if you pick the perfect bracket and all that stuff. I mean, it's one of those just stupid things that
they do that. They do that for the draft too. Upsets. They do that for the NFL draft too, just to let you know if you pick the But yeah, like I mean, I've done it before. I haven't done it like in the last couple of years, But I don't know. Maybe we'll get on. Maybe we'll get on and do a.
Maybe you and I will have to do a draft and compare how smart we are. I mean, well, that's a dumb question because we already know. But
yeah, one. anyways. But yeah, so I guess that's it.
I'm signing out. Hope everybody has a great, safe week and all that stuff. Jeff, thanks for having me on as always.
My pleasure. So yeah, remember everybody, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can also listen to it on Spotify and vice versa. If you're on Spotify, you could always watch this on YouTube. Just type in Benched Media and it should pop up. I just want to say thank you guys, and y'all be safe. Y'all take it easy. We love y'all. Peace.